y'all can done, which means stand, turn, and face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwata, Daba, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathamino, Bachum, Kaliwam, Wasalachno, Chowathno, Kaslachno, Chowathino, Wala, Dabayano, when I say one, a ball, Hawashino, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, Laiwalumu, Amun, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Babakushai, Nathunano, Hakach, Hakach, Larpa, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakach, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakach, Lahakim, Hamathim, Hakach, Arachawa, Hatamala, Lagarashun, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Tawada Amun. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the power structure in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahushai. Wa Mayaka'ala. Wa Alahayim. Matazabia Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapim. Ha Shreyu. Ha Kwatzianu. Ha Kayali. Wa Ha Kwati. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Tawada Amun. The English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. The prayer for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, and death to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Cause them to come against America and destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake at the hands of the plagues. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the front. Shabin, which means be seated. We was trying to go through it so because I know y'all gotta get out. Come on. Right back in the Sabbath service where we left off. We're picking it up at Leviticus 22 and 28. We're going to jump right into the Hebrew. Washawar, Awa Shah, Athwa, Wa Athbanwa, La'a, Dashakatwa, Bayawam, Echad, 29, Wakaya, Dazabachwa, Zabach, Dawdala, Yahweh, Laratizanikum, Dazabachwa, verse 30, Bayawam, Hawa'a, Ya'kal, La'a, the Wathiyarwa, Mamunwa'id, Bakwar, Anya Yahweh, verse 31, Washamarthum, Mathazwathia, Waishiathum, Athum, Anya Yahweh, verse 32, Wala'ah, Lachalawa, Athsham Kodashia, Wanakodashathia, Bathwat, Bunya Sha'ala, Anya Yahweh, Makodashkum, verse 33, Hamwatzia, Athkum, Marataza, Matzarium, Lahayawath, Lakum, La Lahayim, Anya Yahweh, chapter 23 and verse 1, Wayadabar, Yahweh al Masha, La Amar. Back to the English. From verse 28, and whether it be cow or ewe, ye shall not kill it and her young both in one day. And when you will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving unto the Lord, offer it at your own will. On the same day it shall be eaten up. You shall leave none of it until the morrow. I am the Lord. Therefore shall you keep my commandments and do them. I am the Lord. Neither shall you profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am the Lord which hallow you, that brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. And so that concludes a set of chapters that we went through over the last few weeks that have laws all over the place, covering, just how we keep our society together, who the priests can marry and deal with, how sacrifices are done, who can come into the temple and when. And now we're getting into chapter 23, which is going to be the high holy days, which we read on every high holy day. Verse 1, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, and now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. Verse 2, the Baal Bani Yasha'ala wa Marath, Allahum Mo'aidya Yahweh Ashar, the Krawa Thum, Makuraya Kodash, Allah Hum Mo'aidya. Verse 3, Shashath Yom Yom, the Aisha, Malakah, Wabayawum, Hashabiaya, Shabbath, Shabbathwan, Makurah Kodash, Kal Malakah, La'at Aishwa, Shabbath Ho'al, Yahweh, Bakal Mo Shabbathikum. Verse 4, Allah Mo'aija, Yahweh, Makuraya Kodash, Ashar, Dakrawa, Athum, Bamo'aidam. Verse 5, Bachdash, Harashwan, Barabaya, Aishar, Lachdash, Bun Harabium, Pasach La Yahweh. Verse 6. Over Chamasa, Aishar, Yawam Lachadash Hazah, Chag Hamatazwath, La Yahweh, Shabbath Yom Yom, Tazwath, Dakalwa. Verse 7. By Wam Harashwan, Makura Kodash Yahaya, Lakam, Kal Malakath, Ibadah, La'at Aishwa. Verse 8. Wakor Batham, Ashal Yahweh, Shabbath Yom Yom, by Wam Hashabaya, Makura Kodash, Kal Malakath, Ibadah, La'at Aishwa. And back to the English. Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. So the breakdown, the chapter on our holy days starts out breaking down the Sabbath, because everything's based around that. The Sabbath itself is a holy day to the Lord, and every high holy day is observed as a Sabbath. Verse 4, these are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. So that first out the gate, that tells you where the year begins, this is in the springtime at the time of the Passover, not the white man's New Year, which is in the dead of winter in January, not the so-called Jewish man's New Year, which he says is in September, but this right here in the Torah, in the Bible, in the Hebrew, tells you that the year begins around the time of the Passover. Verse 6, and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the first day you shall have an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the seventh day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. And shout out to the Lord's Passover, which we now know is going to be in Houston, coming up in April. And this is the basic breakdown. We're gonna have a high holy day. You're gonna put aside all the leavening out your house before the Passover begins, and then there's another convocation the next day, and that's the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So from the beginning of the Passover for these next 8 days, you have no leavening in your house and you eat unleavened bread. It's an active commandment that you have to eat unleavened bread every day. So now we're going to go back to the Hebrew from verse 9. Wait, the bar Yahweh al-Mashal Amar. Verse 10, the bar Banya Sha'ala wa Marath Alahum Kayat Abawa al-Haratiza Shar Anyanathan Lakam Wakwatazarathum Ath Kwatazyara Wahabathum Athaimar Rashath Kwatazyarkum Alakahan. Verse 11, Wahaniyap Athaimar Lapan Yahweh Laratazankum Mamacharath Hashabath Yanayapunwa Hakahan. Verse 12, Waishathum Baywum Haniyapkum Athaimar Kabash Dum Bun Shanathwa La'ila La Yahweh. Verse 13, Wamanakathwa Shanya Aisharanyam Salath Olah Bashaman Ashal La Yahweh Rayach Naechak Wanasaka Yayan Rabbi Aith Ha'ayan. Verse 14, Lacham Wakwalia Wakarmal La'ah Dakalwa Id Aitzum, Hayawum, Hazaid, Habayakam, Ath Korban, Alahayakum, Chakwath, Aulam, Larathikum, Bakal, Maushbathikum. Verse 15. Wasaparthum, Lakum, Omkarath, Hashabath, Maywum, Habayakam, Athaimar, Hathanupath, Shabai, Shabathwath, Damimath, Dahayana, and back to the English from verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord, to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it, and he shall offer that day when you wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. So the point being, everything that you only have because the Lord gave it to you or allows you to have it. So you recognize that by giving the portion of it that is the Lord's first, before you even enjoy the rest of it. Verse 15. And he shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that he brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. And so now we're going to jump back into the Hebrew from verse 16. Id, Mamakarath, Ashbath, Ashbiaith, Asparwa, Famashim, Yawum, Wakorbatham, Manachach, Kadashah, Yahweh, verse 17. Mamawashabathikum, Dawawa, Lachum, Danawapa, Shathyum, Shanya, Aishrunyum, Salath, Ayana, Chamatzah, the Apyana, Bakwarium, La Yahweh, verse 18, Wakarbathum, Al Halachum, Shabaith, Kabashim, Damyamum, Ban Yishana, Wapar, Ban Bakwar, Achad, Walam, Shunium, Yahawa, Ayla, La Yahweh, Wamanachthum, Wanasakayahum, Ashar, Rayach, Nachak, La Yahweh, verse 19, Waishathum, Shayar, Izum, Achad, Lachatath, Washunya, Kabashim, Banyashana, Lazabak, Shalomyum, verse 20, Wa Haniyap, Hakahun, Athum, Alachum, Habakwarium, Danawapal, Panya Yahweh, Al Shunya Kabashim, Kodash Yahweh, La Yahweh, La Kahun, verse 21, Wakarathum, Vaitazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Makara, Kodash Yahya, Lakum, Kal Malakath, Ibada, La'at, Aishwa, Chakwat, Awulam, Bakal, Mashbathikum, Ladarathikum, verse 22, Wa Bakutzarkum, Athquatzar, Aratzakum, La'ah, Dakala, Pa'ath, Shadka, Bakwazarka, Laquat, Quadziarka, La'ah, Dalquat, Anya, Walagar, Izab, Thumb, Anya, Hawa, Alahayakum. And back to the English from verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. And so now this is talking about the ending of the Feast of the First Fruits, which is now 50 days numbered after this time. And this is what Christians call the Pentecost. They get it from the Greek word for 50. And this is what they turn into something completely unbiblical. This is a biblical high holy day. This is the closing of the Feast of the First Fruits. It's not, whatever they do in the Catholic Church. That's not Pentecost. That has nothing to do with the Bible. That's a pagan ritual. But it was corrupted from the actual biblical high holy day that we're reading about here. You shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. And just to make that point, the word Pentecost shows up in the New Testament 3 times. And if we take any example of this, let's go to Acts 20 and 16. It says, for Paul had determined to sail by Ephesus because he would not spend the time in Asia, for he hasted, if it were possible for him, to be at Jerusalem the day of Pentecost. So Paul is in, what's today called the land of Turkey, which they called Asia Minor. And he's trying to get back to Jerusalem as quickly as he can, because this is the scripture that says that we are supposed to be observing the Lord's high holy days in Jerusalem. That alone tells you that this is not whatever they do in the Catholic Church and call Pentecost. But if you go and break it down from the Greek, and if you go look up that word, it says Pentecost Day, and it literally just means the 50th day. And it'll even tell you in the Strongs, these are their words, the second of the 3 great Jewish feasts celebrated at Jerusalem yearly, the 7th week after the Passover, in grateful recognition of the completed harvest. So that's all that means. That's all Pentecost means. Anybody telling you otherwise, whatever happens when you go up into your auntie's Christian church, whatever they dancing and beating a tambourine and calling Pentecost, has nothing to do with this scripture. Verse 19, then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be in holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. And so this is a beautiful scripture in the midst, as we're talking about harvest time and gathering and the first fruits and bringing the first fruits to the Most High. This scripture tells you, while you're doing all that harvesting, you're going to leave the edges of your field, and whatever falls by the wayside, that is a commandment to leave that for the poor to get. And that's important to remember right now, as we're in a white man society, and he's trying to shut off SNAP. He's trying to kill whatever little food benefits the government gives us. they're using as a political tool to each other and don't care that millions upon millions of Black and Hispanic people about that depend on that about to go hungry. They don't care if they can go online and say the Democrats are doing this, so vote Republican on Tuesday. Why do you think this is going on leading up to Election Day? They don't care if our people go hungry as long as it can convince our people to vote Democrat or vote Republican. According to the Bible, in our society, you're commanded to take care of the poor. It's not politics. It's not a game. It's not a tool. It's not something to be rescinded and then replaced and then given out when they feel like it. It's a commandment. You don't let nobody go hungry. You don't let the poor go hungry. And that's the difference between our society and this devil called the white man that does not care who goes hungry as long as he can score political points and keep his job. Back to the Hebrew. Verse 23. Wa Dabar Yahweh al Mashal Amar. Verse 24. Dabar al Banya Sha'ala La Amar Bachadash Hashabi'aya Bachad Bachadash Shahaya Lakam Shabbathwan Zakarwan Darwaya Makura Kodash. Verse 25. Call Malakath Ibada La'at Aishwa Wa Korbatham Asha La Yahweh. 26. Wa Dabar Yahweh al Mashal Amar. 27. Akba Aishwar La Kadash Hashabi'aya Hazah Yawam Hakapawar Salaka Hakaparium Hawa Makura Kodash Yahaya Lakam Wa Aini Yatham Ath Napashathkum Wa Korbathum Ashala Yahweh. Verse 28. Wakal Malaka La'at Aishwa Baitzam Haywam Hazah Kayel Yuam Kaparium Wa Ala Kapar Aliakum Lapanya Yahweh Alahayakum. Verse 29. Kaya Kal Napash Ashar La'a Aina Baitzam Haywam Hazah Wanakaratha Ma'imia. And that brings us back to the English. Back to English from 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. And this is a holy day that reminds us of when we were so constantly under attack that we lived our life at the sound of a trumpet. The trumpet in our culture is calls our people, tells us when to move as a people. And when it's wartime, that trumpet tells you when it's safe to go to sleep, when we got to get ready and go out to battle. And there was a time in our history when that trumpet was so constant, when we were so under attack that you couldn't go to sleep until you heard that trumpet. That you were waiting for that trumpet, girded up and ready to go out to battle at any moment. And that's something we always have to remember, especially when we're in this hell under this oppressor today. So that's a heavy, high holy day that happens usually around early September. Verse 25, you shall do no servile work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. So that day of atonement, that's the most solemn, high holy day. It's not a feast day. It's a day of fasting. It's a day of fasting, and it's not fasting that the way that the so-called Ishman does it, where he goes out and makes a whole show of it, and then takes chickens and swings them over his head and says his sins are transferred onto the chicken. That's weird, man. That's crazy. But that's their custom. That's how they celebrate the Day of Atonement, because they don't actually care about stopping whatever sins they're doing. They just want to feel like they're forgiven so they can go back to being, a slumlord and a pedophile and a homosexual and everything else they do that they're known for. But no, this day is about training yourself to not sin, to not do whatever you did in the past. When you fasting, the point of that fasting is you're training your discipline. If you can deny your body the things that you need to live, then you can deny whatever stupid little thing that you thought was such a huge battle to you. And that's the point of that, not to go out and then, and then the ones that don't want to do it with the chicken, they just take a $20 bill and swing it over their head and donate it to charity. So for $20, you can be a pedophile all year long. That's not it. This is a day, this is a solemn day of training yourself to be better, to be perfect as the Lord commands us to be perfect. I'll go back to the Hebrew from verse 30. We'll call Hanapash, Shashar, the Aisha, call Malaka, Baitazam, Hayawum, Hazah, Wahabadathya, Athanapash, Hawa'a, Makurab, Aima, verse 31, call Malaka, La'at Aishwa, Chakwat, Aulam, Ladarathicum, Bakal Mashbathicum, 32, Shabbathwan, Hawa'alakum, Ainithum, Ath Nabashathikum, Batashai, Lachadash, Ba'irab, Ma'irab, Airab, Dashabathwa, Shabbathum, verse 33. Wait, the bar Yahweh al Masha, La Amar, verse 34. The bar Banya Sha'ala, La Amar, Lachamasha, Aisha, Yawum, Lachadash, Ashbiaya, Hazah, Chal, Hasakwath, Shabayith, Yom, La Yahweh, verse 35. By Yawum, Harashwan, Makura Kodash, Kal Malakath, Ibadah, La'ah, the Aishwa, verse 36, Shabayith, Yom, the Koryabwa, the Shala Yahweh, by Wom, Hashem Yanwa, Makura Kodash, Yahaya Lakum, Wakurbatham, Shala Yahweh, Izrath, Hawa'ah, Kal Malakath, Ibadah, La'at, the Aishwa. And back to the English. Shalom, Lord Christ. Come. Some shit that. Ozaz said there's a brother outside the school that Captain Ahmad wants to be let in, a young man. That's what he said. Hey, brother. All right, I want to say about cheer. 37. We're going to go back to the English from verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. Ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. So, like we just said, that Day of Atonement is the most solemn high holy day there is. It's the only one that's not a feast day. The scriptures say, eat, drink, and be merry. We commanded the feast. The feast days are for us to celebrate the way the Lord brought us out of these things. The Day of Atonement is a solemn day of fasting to train your discipline so that in the next year, you don't do whatever you used to do. You know how to deny yourself the things that you thought you needed. You thought you needed food and water. But it turns out after this 24-hour fast on the Day of Atonement, it turns out you didn't need food and water as bad as you thought. So now that you know that, now you know when you have a battle with your flesh with something that you think you need to do that you don't know how to stop doing, now you know you didn't need it as bad as you thought you did. And that's the point of the Day of Atonement. Verse 33, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be in holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be in holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. So now we're up to the Feast of the Tabernacles, which you observe by coming together as a nation and having a feast day. You don't observe it by having a camping trip in the woods. If you want to go camping, you're welcome to go camping. It's not unlawful. Be brotherly, have, whatever. But that's not the commandment of the Feast of Tabernacles. That's not how it was celebrated from the time of Joshua all the way up to Nehemiah. That's not how it was celebrated after Nehemiah all the way up to Christ. The commandment is to remember when we were in the wilderness, when we did not have houses, not to make yourself homeless again. Back to the Hebrew.
Just go on book, chapter, and verse.
It's we're in Leviticus 23 and 37 now. Allah Mu'aiji Yahweh, Ashar, Dakrawa, Athum, Akraya, Kodash, La Koryab, Ashar, Yahweh, Ayla, Wamancha, Zabach, Wanasakyum, Debar Yawum, by Yawumwa, verse 38. Malabad, Shabbat, Yahweh, Malabad, Masmathathikum, Malabad, calling the Rath, calling the Darium, Malabad, calling the Wathikum, Ashar Thunwa, La Yahweh, verse 39. Ak Kamasa, Ashar Yawum, La Kadash, Hashabiah, Ba'asapkum, Athdabawath, Haratizah, Achagwa, Athag, Yahweh, Shabai, Yum Yum, Bayawum, Harashwan, Shabbathwan, Obayawum, Hashem Yanya, Shabbathwan, verse 40. Olakukathum, Lakum, Bayawum, Harashwan, Paryaitazah, Badar Kapath, the Marium, Wa'ainap, Aitazah Ibath, Wairabia, Nechal, Washimakathum, Lapanya Hawa, Alahayakum, Shabaithim Yum, verse 41. Wakagathum, Athwa, Chagla Yahawa, Shabaith Yum Yum, Bashanah, Chakwath, Aulam, Wadrathikum, Bachadash, Hashabiah, Chagwa, Athwa, verse 42. Basakath, the Shabwa, Shabaith, Yum Yum, Kal, Hazarach, Vayasha'ala, Yeshabwa, Basakath, verse 43. Lama'ain, Yedaiwa, Rathiakum, Kaya, Basakawath, Hawashabathya, Athbanya Sha'ala, Bawataziah, Awthum, Marataza Matazarium, Anya Yahweh, Alahayakum. Back to the English from verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. And so that was the full rundown of all the high holy days. That's why we read this chapter on every high holy day. Just so happened that it came up this week in the Sabbath service, so we got that breakdown. Outside of these, of course, we also celebrate a couple of feast days: the Purim, which is in the book of Esther, the Hanukkah, which is in Second Maccabees. That will be coming up in December. Stay tuned for the dates, and that covers everything. Anything outside of that, anything outside of this chapter and those feast days are not biblical, are pagan holidays, or something that we were not commanded to celebrate, that men are adding to the scriptures. Verse 38. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. So this is a continuation of the breakdown of the Feast of Tabernacles. Verse 41, ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Now, just to drive in that point, we're going to go to Nehemiah, which we have to go to every single year around this time to break down this high holy day, because there are Israelite groups out there and brothers and sisters on their own who think that it is still that we are to celebrate this to this day by going out into the woods and basically having a camping trip. And they're out there doing this not with the boughs of goodly trees and thick trees, but with Amazon Prime tents. And so we're going to pull up Nehemiah real quick. It's verse 8 and 14. And they found written in the law which the Lord had commanded by Moses, that the children of Israel should dwell in booths in the feast of the 7th month, and that they should publish and proclaim in all their cities and in Jerusalem, saying, go forth unto the mount and fetch olive branches and pine branches and myrtle branches and palm branches and branches of thick trees to make booths, as it is written. So what's going on right here, the Israelites are coming out of captivity and back into the land. They're opening up the scriptures and trying to find their culture. The same way today we're trying to find our culture, coming out in captivity still. But now they're in the land, they're opening up, they're reading about the Feast of the Tabernacles. Verse 17, and all the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths and set under the booths. For since the days of Jeshua, the son of Nun, unto that day, had not the children of Israel done so. And there was very great gladness. So if you look into the timeline of when each book of the Bible is written, Nehemiah is the second to last book of the Old Testament. Joshua is all the way at the beginning. Joshua was rocking at the time of Moses. So that timeline where they had not actually made booths and dwelt in booths, that spans our entire history, almost our entire kingdom. That's saying King David, King Solomon, everything from Joshua to Nehemiah. We had not celebrated like this, because the commandment is not to do this every year. The commandment is to remember when we had to do this because we were in the wilderness. And you don't need to do it to remember that when you're still in captivity, when we barely have stable housing to this day. Our people are packing. Every time I bring this topic up, I almost go off on a tangent because you see it so much here in New York and it's so bad. There was an article recently in the New York Times about the prevalence of something called a working shelter, which means that most of the shelters in New York City, the people living in it have full-time jobs and still cannot afford a place to lay their head. That's hell. That's slavery. We're in our hell right now. We don't need to build a booth and sit outside to remember when we was in the wilderness. So what if we always kind of go off on this particular high holy day because there's so many Israelite groups that's turning it into something that it's not and missing the whole point and missing the whole plot. The whole point is to remember that God got us when we're in our captivity. God got us when we're in the wilderness. God's going to take care of us and love his people wherever we at. And we in captivity, we need to be together right here, having a feast and thanking the Most High that he's bringing us back to our culture. Not trying to turn it into a camping trip, which is bringing yourself away from your people. But we'll get more into that every time that day comes up. But that's the chapter. Covered all the high holy days, and that's the same chapter that we read on every high holy day. And so we're gonna pick it up next week where we left off. I match him up here. Yeah, young, which is one. La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. Imagine in the room, which means stand. Sarapanya, which means turn and face the east.
Just stay with him, Prophet. Stay with him.
Okay.
You keep right.
I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakata, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanaw, Lacham, Kalyawam, Wasalachanaw, Kawaknaw, Kasalachnaw, Kawaknaw, Wala'ah, Tabayanaw, Wanasai one, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Shaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wathapara, Laiwalamu, Aman.
English.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be. Pray for the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Babakasha, the
Babakasha,
thunder
the
now,
thunder now,
Hakak,
Haka,
Hakak,
Haka,
Larpa,
Baba,
Kal Makala,
Kamakala,
Wakal Marwa,
Kamawa,
Hakak,
Haka,
Latahar,
Ataha,
Hamatas Ryan,
Atazarai,
Hakak,
Haka,
Lahakim,
Yahaki,
Hamathu,
Hamafi,
Hakak,
Haka,
Al Rakawa,
Akarawa,
Atamala,
Mutala,
Agarashun,
Magasha,
Bashimi Al Shah,
Babashir, Shah,
Kawada Amun.
Tabara,
In English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
in the name of Yahweh,
please give us the power,
please give us the
the
power
power to heal
to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
all manner of disease,
all manner of
the
disease,
power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the
the
leper,
power to raise the
the
dead,
power to raise the
the
dead,
power against unclean
the
spirits,
power of the clean spirit,
to cast them out
cast them out.
in the name of Yahweh
In
Shah.
the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalm 121 in Hebrew. Asha Yanya,
Ashayam,
Al Hahari,
Ahoy,
Ma Yanya,
Mayan,
Yabah,
Baba,
Isaiah,
Azar,
Isaiah,
Azar,
Ma'an,
Ma'ain,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Asha,
Shemayim,
Shamayim,
Baratiza,
Karatiza,
Aliathan,
Ayatam,
Lamawat,
Maiwa,
Regalka,
Magog,
Al Yanawam,
Anawam,
Shamarka,
Shamar,
Anah,
Mana,
La'ah,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Nawam,
Bala'ah,
Baba,
Yashan,
Yashan,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Yasha'ala,
Yashal,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shmarka,
Shamar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazal,
Aliyah,
Ayah,
Yamyanta,
Yank,
Yalmum,
Nawam,
Hashmash,
Shashmash,
La'ayakaka,
Ma'ayaka,
Wairach,
Ra,
Belayala,
Ma'ayla,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashmar,
Makal Ra,
Kara,
Yashamar,
Yashmar,
Afnapashka,
Astapasta,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashmar,
Tazaka,
Tazaka,
Wabuak,
Lamai,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aita,
Wa'ada Walum.
the Ayalum.
The English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hill,
From whence cometh my help?
from which comes my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help comes from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
who made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer my foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold, he
Behold,
that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
will not slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shape of our right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite me by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee for all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forward,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Pray for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Ma'aka Allah.
Wa Maka Allah.
Wa Lahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabi Allah Wap Yahan.
Zabya Alawak Yahan.
Ha Wapi.
Alawak.
Ha Sranya.
Hasaranya.
Ha Patsayanyu.
Hakoyayu.
Ha Chayayali.
Hakoyayu.
Wa Ha Kwathi.
La Hwathi.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Wada Amun.
Lord.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless thee, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commander Yohanan.
The generals.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officers.
The officer.
The troop.
The trooper.
And the sisters.
And the sister.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Prayer for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed is Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now,
Listen to us right now.
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and
Say
curses,
evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the
that
heathen
speak against
that
us,
speak against us,
thy prophets,
that prophet,
the
the
teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite
in
brothers
the school.
in the school.
Send evils and
Say
curses,
evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the
and
heathen
shake
to
loose
shake
the
loose
treasure of the rich of Israel
the treasure of the rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force their riches
to enter into thy sanctuary.
into our sanctuary.
Send evils and
Say
curses,
evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the Edomites
to the Edomites
and the nations,
and the nation,
and their drug
and they
dealers,
drug
the
them,
court
the
system,
court system,
the prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments are in
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
the Roman Catholic Church,
the Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity, Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinhead,
skinhead,
posse comitatus,
posse comitatus,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space
national
programs,
space program,
the Army,
the Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet
open up the internet,
and the
the
airwaves,
airway,
the cable access channel,
cable access
and the
channel,
radio channel.
and the radio channel,
Convict the spirit
convict the spirit
of any of thy people
and any of the dying people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
and try to stop
and
us
try to stop
from
us
broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
Let loose all the plagues,
cause them to go to and fro
going to go to and
through
fro
the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plagues
Let the plague
shake the house of the thief
shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh
Let Yahweh,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers
and punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathen
that come up against
that
us
come up against us
as we speak thy
as
word.
we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause to be known by all.
that it is the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause to be spread through the
throughout
media,
the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause to shake that I coming.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai,
name of Yahweh.
thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
So our face to front. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Imadim Sabbath. Imadim Barak. Yahweh Yahweh Yajimata. So our face to sister. I'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Imadim Sabbath. Imadim Barak. Yahweh Says,
Shema,
Shema,
Al,
Al,
Athan,
Athan,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahusha.
Yahushai.
Yajimata. That concludes the Sabbath service.
Next week, we're going to start at Leviticus chapter 23, verse 40, what is that?
44.
44. Chapter 23, verse 44 in Leviticus. Shalom.